Good morning from Los Angeles. Welcome to Trading with Sergio, Thursday edition. Tomorrow we'll have Power Hour at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Today I have a hard stop at 10:30, maybe 10:35. So no topic today. Just going to talk a little bit about stuff. I want to, if you guys want to come on for a short little period and show your faces, you're more than welcome to do so. As I said, I have a hard stop between 10:30, 10:40, the latest. I would say 10:35 Pacific time. So been doing daily live streams, some short, some longer. Had a really good members only live last night, which is one of the perks. We're talking shop and doing a little teaching, doing a little information, and answering some questions. So that's that. If you want to join, support the channel that way, click join, send me an email, sergio@sergioavedian.com. I will send you the Telegram chat group link where I post all my trades live, although none of it is financial or trading advice, or whatever I say here is trading or financial advice. Or investing advice. So take it with that. What I do is very risky, as you guys will see in a minute. It somehow works out at the end, but there is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into what I do. No joke. But I call this the home of the brave and land of the free. You got to be brave to trade. If you're not brave enough to trade, and if you don't have the financial backing as well as the mental or educational backing, then you're not going to succeed. But I'm trying to do my best to teach and to introduce new tools to my members' toolboxes, which they have acquired actually over the last month or two, which I'm proud of. What's going on? No, not much. Market's grinding higher. VIX down to 16. I just actually posted a message on my chat board or chat group. I said I want to short everything and I want to come back in 2 weeks. I am trimming as much as I can. I'm short a couple of things that are going against me. One actually reasonably substantially, but we'll see how that works out. Again, if you watch me long enough, I trade equity. My equity is literally 1% from an all-time high. And that's because of the shorts. The shorts are giving me a little bit of a headache. And when I say shorts, not my pants shorts, I'm short shares in a couple of issues that are making 52-week highs. And when you do that, you have to withstand the initial salvo of fire, and then it'll be all right. But then I don't do it. I'm not doing it because I'm bored. I'm doing it, which I've done for 30 years. I've seen these movies before. These moves end usually in tears with bag holders, but then sometimes I end up being the bag holder. But then manage risk, manage size, manage allocation. One is always going to be okay. So with that said, if anyone you come on, here's the link, grab it, show up. If not, like I said today, I have to cut it at 10:30, 10:35. With full transparency, I post all my trades at the end of each day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the regular subscribers, general subscribing audience. It's in the community page of the YouTube channel. But I do post each trade I do with a screenshot of my positions to the Telegram chat group as soon as I do them. And at the end of the day, I post my positions, all open positions, for the chat group as well. Yeah, I mean, yesterday we had a little bit of a whoosh. I call it a whoosh, little sell-off, little rug pull when Trump, or there were rumors that he was about to fire Jay Powell. Then he said, never mind. And then, of course, we're right back to all-time highs. Well, I think we're at all-time highs. But what I'm seeing is that, our ranges are becoming really, really tight now. There were a couple of economic calendar news. CPI, PPI came out. CPI was a little higher than expected. PPI was about there. The funny thing is interest rates keep going higher. I talked about that yesterday. Go check it out. Trading with Sergio Wednesday edition. What's happening in Japan? What's happening in the US? You can't talk interest rates down, man. Interest rates market is a $35 trillion market. That's the treasuries. We're just talking treasuries now. We're not talking corporate bonds. We're not talking junk bonds. We're not talking mortgage-backed securities. We're not talking any of that. If you put all that in, it's trillions into the 50, 60 trillion with a T. So, you know, government wants, or the administration wants, lower interest rates. I don't think we're going to get it. Even if we do cut it, the bond market's going to see right through it and then increase the rates, just like they did last time. After the Fed cut the rates by 100 basis points, the bond market increased the rates by 100 basis points. At some point, if a 10-year goes above 5, I think we're in trouble. We're pretty close. We're about 480 range. Market's not paying any attention, as usual, to any of it. Some stocks are absolute nosebleeds, and I refuse to participate. And like I said, I want to short things. I want to be net short, hopefully, after expiration. And we'll see where it goes. Will I give some of it back if the market keeps making new highs? Yeah, but I will have a hedge. This is going to go beyond the hedge. It'll be net short. Net short meaning whatever I'm short is allocation-wise is more than what I'm long. So I will never be 100% short or 100% long. That's how I treat my account. That's why my drawdowns are minimal, and I don't YOLO into things. I'm calm, cool, collected. Figure out the trade, do the trade. You're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong. Take losses, small losses. Let the winners run. And yeah, that's where we are. Let's go to the positions real quick. Yeah, a couple of them are headaches for sure. Let's see where we are. Okay, so I trimmed a little bit of my 2x ETF Apple calls. I still have 40 of them. I have 40 of them at 78 cents. They're 78, 80 cents. I am short fuel cell, the same positions. If you guys go check out the, what do you call it? The positions on the community page, you'll see what it is. I'm short 10. August, 6 puts, stock is 510. I'm short them at the dollar, so if they end up here, I'll get assigned or I'll roll. But I'm long 90 October at the money or in the money now. Calls, 90 of them with a cost of 108. They're about 90 cents. Here's one of the shorts, Joby Aviation. I'm short 2,500 shares of Joby, about 16. Stock is 1766. So obviously, I'm down like 2,200. The reason I'm down not as much as you guys think I should be down is because I'm also short the puts. Short the puts meaning I'm short the stock, short the puts. These puts are expiring tomorrow. I'm short 15 of the July 18th, $15 puts at 44 cents, and I'm short 10 of the July 18th, $16 puts at 65 cents. So all that money, obviously, I collected. They're going to expire worthless if the stock is above 16 and 15 respectively. Here's another short. I'm short 2,200 shares of SoFi, cost of just about $20. Stock is 22. So that's another $4,000 loss. But I'm lowering my cost by selling puts on that as well. I have puts expiring tomorrow on that. Collected premium. Every week I'm collecting maybe 10, 20 cents or so out of the money put. So the way I do it is if the shorts go down, obviously I'm going to benefit. But what will happen is that I will get assigned if it's below my strike prices and close the short position. Next position is Soundhound. I am in a synthetic in September expiration puts and calls. I'm short 20. September 13 puts at 223. They're about 225. Stock is 1241. I want to give this some time. I'm also long 30. I trimmed a little bit of that. I was long more. I'm long 30. September 15 calls. That's called a synthetic. Next and last is TSSI, TSS Inc. I'm in a synthetic in a way that not a pure synthetic, but what they call debit spread. So basically, I sell the puts. So I sold August. This is August now. Sold August 20 puts when the stock was at 20 at 260, 261. The puts are down to $2, and I am long. August 22 and a half calls at 265. Those are at $3, and I'm short the 30 calls. So what I did is I sold the puts, took some of the money, and bought a call debit spread. Stock, I think, is going to be in a trading range between 20 and 30. I was short the stock. I made good money with it, and then now I'm reversed and kind of reasonably bullish structure. Looking for a rally to 25. If we do that, I will close the long calls and then create a short strangle out of the positions, meaning short the 20 puts and short the 30 calls with a total intake of about $3.60. So would I like to go short the stock again at 33 and a half? Yes. Would I like to own the stock at 16 and a half? Yes. So that's what the position is going to look like. If we do rally to 25 range, I will sell the calls that I'm long with profits, and the rest will keep short. And then we'll see where we go. Yeah, those are the positions. I have a couple of things. I'll show some charts, obviously, but Joby Aviation is one of those eVTOL companies. I mean, there's a massive short squeeze and gamma squeeze going on in that. I would rather not get caught in it, but then I can't resist not shorting it. This company is worth, as of today, actually, is worth about $13 billion market cap. They do not have one single red cent of revenue. If you guys think Palantir is expensive, talk about this one. Actually, this company is worth more than American Airlines. It's twice as worth more as Alaska Airlines, and pretty close to Southwest Airlines value. And they don't have one single cent of revenue. We're not talking profit yet, not even revenue. They haven't even done test flights yet with those human carriers, right? Those drones that are going to carry humans, supposedly. It's out of control. That's another reason I want to short everything. Market's very frothy, the way I see it. When things like this happen, you need to be really, really careful. All the YOLOers are in. They're enjoying it. But most of the time when I see these things, they'll end up with tears. Either it'll be my tears or their tears. So we'll see. We'll see where we go by the end of the day. My longs are doing okay, actually. Actually, my shorts are hurting me today quite a bit, but I'm still green for the day because my longs are making up for it and some more. So that's the balance. But then if I keep trimming my longs, I'm going to be net short at some point, and which I don't mind being. I'm also about 65% cash, so I have bullets to fire if I need to add to the shorts or find new things. There is one stock I'm really closely, actually two. I'm watching gold very closely, and I'm also watching Lululemon very closely. There is something developing there. Let me look at some charts with you guys, and then I'll let you guys come on. This is SPY. Let's go to the big charts. Okay, so this is SPY, new all-time high. Yep, new all-time closing high. If we close here, what is there to say? Nothing, just higher highs, higher lows. There is a bearish divergence developing actually on SPY, but too early to say. Here is Joby that I'm short. It's like it's gone parabolic. Obviously, everybody in the boat. I can't control what the stock is going to do, but what I know when the pullback comes in, it's going to be massive and it's going to be nasty. And whatever, it could be over 20. I don't know, but I have my guardrails in. I won't obviously size it correctly. 2,500 shares is probably max. Maybe another 500 shares at some point. Once it rolls over, starts going down, then I'll add then, as opposed to while it's going higher. This is SoFi. Same thing. $22. Earnings are out. Every single analyst number is 21 and 17. Are they going to pump it into earnings and sell it off afterwards? I don't know. I'm not too far. My shorts are not too far, as you guys can see with the lines up there. I am long Apple, 2x ETF, AAPU. It's going sideways. Next couple of days, this has to decide either to break out and make me some serious money, or I will get out, break even, or take little hits. This is Soundhound. These are the positions I'm long. I like the. I mean, I put the position on actually a little early and pull back after I did it, but now it's kind of working itself back to what it should be. This is TSSI. It came and kissed the 20 EMA right at it, just like it kissed the 50 EMA as support. We'll hold on to this position. Short the puts, long the calls, and short the calls. And yeah, those are only the positions. Lululemon, I'm really closely watching. There is definitely a potential bullish divergence happening in there. We retested the low. MACD didn't make a lower low. I'm watching that very closely. NUGT's 2x ETF of gold stocks. We're right at the into support here. Gold is down a little bit today, but still collecting itself within the wedge, ascending triangle. Basically, I don't pay too much attention to technicals. I do. I mean, I do know quite a bit about them, but lines are just lines. It creates more bias than anything else. This is the 10-year. This is the 20-year interest rates. We are testing some important numbers here, like a 480 in the 5-year. We're over 5% in the 30-year. Guys, go check out yesterday's live stream when I talk about JGP rates. JGP is Japanese government bonds. They're soaring. They're up to 325 from zero, actually negative. And something's going to break at some point, but I'm not smart enough to say that. I'll just trade what's in front of me. Yeah, some other stuff that's just absolute nosebleed. Obviously, Nvidia making new highs. I mean, what is there to say? There's just Palantir making new highs. Hood making new highs. I see on Twitter, all the FinTwits are going nuts. Oh my God, Hood's going to 300. I'm like, okay, whatever. Look, I mean, all these are extremely, extremely stretched. A couple of my member stocks, like Rocket Lab, extremely stretched. Look at that thing. I mean, everything's gone parabolic now. So when that happens, I start pulling back because the pullback is going to come. And then, I mean, some things you short and wait. ASTS is something I want to short, actually making new highs on non-confirming technicals. But can't argue with markets, man. Don't step into shit. If you step into shit, at least know your exit, right? You can't just be stubborn and say, no, I'm right. Market is wrong. Market is never wrong. I do fully understand that. And my mother didn't raise a fool. We ride, I got out yesterday, of course. I have ways to get back in, obviously. I took profits there. I do like Soundhound setup. I think we have great potential there to maybe a 16 level. That's why I did the September's, give it some time, direction and duration. What else? Yeah. What else am I watching? I don't know. I'm watching the Babas and Billies and things like that. What else? If you guys have any questions, please put it up. If you want to come on, please show your faces. Bitcoin, holding extremely well. IBIT is the BlackRock ETF, holding well. MSTR is strategy. After consolidation, breaking out. I'm long Bitcoin. I DCA Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin, but I do trade MSTR, MSTU, BITX, things like that. BITX is the 2x ETF of Bitcoin. Let me look at my watch list if there's anything else that I want to look at. A lot of the rare earth stocks are doing well. I want to buy some PLL, actually. That's one. A lot of people ask me about Tesla, obviously. Tesla is just down on a massive update. I mean, it's underperforming for sure. It's just still going sideways, really. It's going to break out one way or the other, or break down one way or the other. So I talked to my members group on this, and we'll see. Whatever it breaks, we just go with that break. And I like lemonade quite a bit. It looks like its consolidation is about done, and next leg is coming. AMD new highs, obviously. All is turning red, actually. Micron. Yeah, there's a lot of cross currents going on. I mean, some stocks are just making all-time highs. Some stocks are just not doing any of that. And a lot of the, a lot of the nuclear stocks are doing well because they're for AI center power sources, obviously. And triple Q, we looked at that. We can go through some Max 7s, but triple Q all-time new highs, nothing to question it. What is there to question, actually? But when the market's doing this, I can't just willingly participate. I'm forcing myself to participate, and but that's why I size down, and just keep size small. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. At least you're not going to get hurt too badly if it goes against you. Taiwan semi, big update today. Earnings were very good. New all-time high. Avago, same thing. New all-time high. You can't question it. There's nothing to question. You just, steptoe your way around it. Zeta Global. I'm watching that one. I like that setup. It's a nice chart. I don't know what the catalyst was for that big update with huge volume, and then it's been consolidating now. If it goes above the 200 EMA, I may give it a shot. XYZ, and I'll finish on a positive note. That's breaking out. Well, I begrudgingly liquidated. If you've been watching me long enough, I have I bought Unity Software about 21.5 range in my long-term investment account. At 39, I sold 50% of it. I try not to sell things and be short-term in that account because of the taxation. But if you give me, my target was 40. We got up to literally like 39 and change. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. I only sold half. So in that account, I'm long Kava, pulling back. I have 75 puts tomorrow, July expiring, which they're going to go expire worthless, cash secure puts. But I'm also long the shares. I'm long Google, doing fine, and I am long Nike in that stock, in that account. And Nike actually pulled back to where it should pull back to, right back to support at 200 EMA. I'll go answer some questions and then say goodbye. Actually, one other insurance stock that I'm watching is Root Inc. That's like consolidating into support. I really like this company. They're AI. They're like Lemonade. They use AI to. They're going to revolutionize insurance industries. Actually, your insurance broker is going to go bye-bye pretty soon. Yeah, there's no need for insurance brokers, I guess, and then they cut the overhead cost quite a lot. And as you guys know, your insurance agents collects about 70% of the monthly premium you're paying. They've done a good living. Now they're going to get disrupted as well. I see a lot of stuff on Oscar Health. People ask me that too. I'm like, it's just, I don't like it. I was long. I took my money, and now it's a struggle. Neo looks like it's breaking above the 200 EMA. Next resistance is 520 range. Good volume, going above MAC 0, going above 0. But every time it does that, it dies and then rolls over. So let's see if it's different this time. Maybe it is different this time. A couple of my members are heavily into it. And what else? Yeah, that's about it, folks. So we're just short Joby. We're waiting for the hammer to drop on that. I would take a 17 close on that, and we'll see. And I have options expiring tomorrow. I would like it to be actually above 15 or 16 by tomorrow, so I can sell the puts again. And weekly, this luckily has weekly puts and calls, obviously. Definitely short squeeze going on there, and gamma squeeze. Not gamma squeeze as much because the options are not telling me that, but short squeeze definitely. They're 65 million shares short in the company, and that's where we are. That's a quick recap, folks. Oh, let's see. Uzi. Hello, Uzi. Macrobake, good morning. Hey, 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 everyone. Any thought of, hold on a second. Any thoughts on Netflix earnings after close tonight? Not really. Stock is making all-time highs, man. Isn't it? I try not to trade around earnings because of implied volatility extension and many different things. Netflix is one of the Mag 7s that just keeps making new highs. I mean, what else is there to say? I don't trade around earnings. I try to stay away. Here's Netflix. Yeah, this makes higher highs and consolidates, makes another higher high. And, MACD is a little negative, but nothing to write home about, honestly. Every new high is on lower MACD, meaning like lower momentum. No opinion whatsoever. It's just going sideways. I have no idea. Stock has been nothing but a winner. And during the crash that we had in April, that thing came absolutely just touched or kissed the 200 EMA, and that was at 800 and change. And look where we are. So stock has been a winner. Look, all these stocks, Palantir, was overpriced. It's extremely overpriced. Okay, fine. It keeps going higher and higher. You can't question it. I mean, when something is making higher highs, higher lows, unless it's gone parabolic, that's a different story. But if it's making higher highs, steadily higher highs, higher lows, is buy the dip as opposed to sell the rip on these. I mean, you can sell the rip and then you wait a week, 10 days, consolidation, new high comes, right? It's just pretty steady, man. I mean, same thing with Hood. All these stocks are doing the same thing. The only one that's just holding back is Apple. That's why I'm long Apple. It's gone long enough sideways, I think. Next, maybe couple, 3 days, we need to either break out or break down. Um, you know, Apple and Google are the two Mag 7 that are lagging. Microsoft, new all-time high, I bet. Yep, new all-time high. Meta actually is kind of struggling, but then consolidating, pulling into support. I like the Chinese companies. They just I can't get a hold of Baba for some reason. I had drawn these two. See, this goes to show you how valid technical research is, right? Or technical analysis. The whole world had this wedge drawn. It broke out of the wedge to the downside. It took out its 200 EMA, and then what does it do? That was the end of that. Everybody on board, 12-point rally. Yeah. So technical research is technical research. I do. What else? That's about it. Hopefully, we'll see how the day ends. Shorts go down, longs go up. That's what we want. Lemonade MSTU. I talked about it. I like Lemonade MSTU. You got to watch the flippage. Jesus. Let's answer Jacqueline. Do you think Uber is cheap right now because it held 90 support and down 8% from the top? I think it's in a trading range. Earnings are coming out on that one August 5th or 6th. I'm very familiar with both companies, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, all of them. You may know me from another channel. Let me take a look. I'm not allowed to trade Uber. I would like to. Uber is going to be either completely disrupted and disappear with autonomous vehicles, or they're going to figure the game out. There's a bearish divergence going on Uber. I mean, MACD last time was at 93. It was here. Made a higher high at 98. Didn't even come close. Got a sell signal already. I would, if you're going to do it, I would give it a shot at 50 EMA, which it came in last time, held support right there. It is definitely into support. If it takes out 90, 50 EMA is not too far behind. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. Earnings are not for another. It's a pretty trendy stock, so if you're going to trade it, you could trade it. But I'm not allowed to. What else? That's about it. Any other questions? No? Okay. Yeah, tomorrow, join me for Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I will talk about actually inflation tomorrow, how you guys are being gaslit completely. And I want to finish with this. If you're trading, investing, whatever you're doing, you must be involved, because otherwise your paycheck is eroding every single year. You may get a 3% increase on your paycheck, but true inflation is 6 or 7% a year. And tomorrow I will prove that. I will prove, going back 5 years, how much, what parts of the economy, right? How much more you're paying. And this is from the BLM office, not my numbers. I'm not throwing it out of my butt. But you must be involved in stocks. You must invest long term. You must be involved in hard assets. You must own gold. You must own Bitcoin, because debasing of the currency, you can't. The U.S. dollar is down 11% this year. You're losing value. You can't just put it in a CD and expect to do something with it. Even if you're trading, even if you're investing, the reason market's hitting all-time high after all-time high is because we print and spend, and we print and put it in the economy, and that money chases return, and it pushes things to completely unrealistic levels, right? The market's extremely expensive here, about 26 and a half times this year's earnings. We better come with the earnings. I mean, so far the first half was okay. S&P is supposed to earn about $270 a share this year, the SPX. And on top of that, that's so 270 times 26 PE. It's pretty expensive, and that's with 5% almost interest rates. So it makes it more expensive. So even if they cut the rates, people expect market to go higher. It probably won't. But what I'm trying to make you guys understand is, forget the technicalities. You must be involved. You must protect yourself. You must protect your family's assets by being invested in stocks long term. Trading, if you're trading, completely different story. If you're trading, you must beat the indexes, the benchmark, by 3, 4, 5x. If you're not, because there is taxes, you're going to pay short-term capital gains taxes if you're trading. Then you have the debasing. Then you have, losing, your currency is losing buying power, your fiat currency, every year by 6, 7%. And if you factor all that in, you have to beat the market by 3, 4, 5x. If you're not doing that, then you're just spinning your wheels. At least if you look at the SPX going back 100 years and you adjust to the inflation, actually it's not up that much, right? Because if you take out 6% uh, buying power loss every year, which is true, inflation is about that. Forget the government saying it's 2%. It's bullshit. They're gaslighting you. And if S&P returns 10 and 11%, including the dividend reinvestment, you're left with 5%. Okay, cool. 5% net I'm talking about. So you have to figure all these things out. But I've been saying this in private circles and now on this channel for a year. They're gaslighting you. None of the numbers are believable. You must be invested. You must be invested. You must invest in hard assets, real estate, gold. Why are they at all-time highs or very close to all-time highs? Bitcoin, stocks. That's your protection. That's your protection from inflation. So anyway, I did. So go back and check it out. I looked at your chart. We're both extremely expensive, extremely stretched. Can't question it. Making higher highs, higher lows. Everybody's two favorite. I talked about it actually when I was going through the chart. So I know you joined late. Maybe you just go back and check out the early parts of the live stream. Yeah, Uber's making a lot of moves. A lot of moves. That's a boneheaded move. Actually, I trolled Andy McDonald, who is the number 2 guy at Uber. I know him personally. Each Lucid car is $80,000. If they're going to work in this, Tesla is going to beat everyone to the punch. Waymo cannot scale fast enough in AVs. Tesla, robotaxi supposedly launched at 30 grand. Then they have a chance. It's a commodity business. People are making too much out of AVs that, it's the saving grace of everything. It's not, although it will disrupt the insurance industry, it will disrupt transportation to a certain point, but that partnership is not going to work. Anyway, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about true inflation. We'll talk about where your money is going. We'll talk about how much more you're paying for healthcare, how much more you're paying for your rent, how much more you're paying for your food, how much more you're paying for insurance, car insurances. You'll guys see. Those are all from BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers. Unless they're lying, I don't think they are. In fact, I think they're underestimated because the government has a tendency of gaslighting. But yeah, so that's where we are. Much respect, much love. May all your shorts go down and all your longs go up. I will see you guys tomorrow at Power Hour.